I will talk about a few basic requirements of your home assignments, which are basically miniature research papers. I have missed these features in most of the assignments, in spite of my telling earlier, reaching out to you. So I am again reminding you. First of all, you must have to understand this, right? That these are set aside from answers. So there must be something special in it, not only in terms of content, but also readability. So I will talk about the features which are related to the readability of a research paper. Unlike an answer paper, a research paper, whether it is of 10 pages or say 200 pages, is thought to be a potential document for enhancement of knowledge. So people may need to go through them repeatedly and frequently. So that is why it is first of all required that a research paper should be typed throughout in double space. Leave one line between, a space for one line between every two lines. Don't write one line just after the other as you do in answer papers. That strains the eyes for repeated reading. This is the reason of readability, and we might to write down something in between. So that is why it is prescribed. Whether you write or type, research paper should be thoroughly written in double space from your beginning to end, including the works cited. Secondly, the paper, the space that should be left out on all four sides are 1 inch each. Please don't miss that. Leave out 1 inch side. Thirdly, if you are typing it, now I'm not saying you have to type it, you may give handwritten copy also. If you type it, do not justify the paper. That is not required for research paper as per MLA style, which we are following. Actually, this is as per MLA style, Modern Language Association of America. I'm referring to the 7th edition. Any edition that you follow has to be consistent. So, do not justify. Let there be alignment to the left side. Then, for example, then another important thing is when you write the works cited, many of you do not mention the original work you are writing about. Suppose Chinua Achebe is the novelist as teacher. You name 4 or 5 books or essays on Chinua Achebe in works cited, but that novelist as teacher is missing. That is wrong. Works cited must also include the work on which you are doing the research or doing the assignment. Alright. Then another lacuna which I have found is that in spite of repeated telling, numericals have been used in bibliography or works cited. Please use works cited, not bibliography. So numericals are not necessary, 1 2 3 4. That is wrong. You just go alphabetically and then follow the MLA format of citation, which you know, or I'll just give a sample in the comment as per the 6th style sheet or 7th style sheet, older ones. You need not use alphabetical, you need not use numerical series 1 2 3 4. You should not use rather. Then let me come to the issue of plagiarism. That is very important, crucial. Plagiarism is of 3 kinds basically, plagiarism can be of 3 kinds. First of all, when you use other people's words, paragraphs, sentences, etc., just with a little change, making it on as your own. Some people have done it. If we just take a few portion and Google, it is immediately out. That should not be done. That is called plagiarism, which is unethical and an offense. Suppose they said that Emily Dickinson is an unchallenged expert in negotiating the influences of death on human life. So you write, that is there in some as you have found. So you just write this sentence and do not quote the source. That is direct plagiarism, first kind. Second thing is you just summarize ideas from other people's argument and present them as their own. That is plagiarism. You are not supposed to do that. That is why it is an assignment. Your ideas. If you have to quote, if you have to use other people's ideas, please give them due credit. That this is what this person said, but this is what I say. Whether you agree with him or her or disagree with him. Third is use of words and phrases. Again, important words and phrases without acknowledging the source. For example, contrapuntal reading. It is a phrase used by Said. So you just pick it up from Said and write that, for example, in this, say, The Edible Woman, Margaret Atwood uses a kind of contrapuntal juxtaposition, suppose, between Marian McAlpin and Ainsley. That is also plagiarism, because contrapuntal here you have picked up from Said. So you have to say that in this text, we can, to analyze this text, the use of the concept of contrapuntal reading as given by Said will be of good use. This is just an example. As such, there is no relation between contrapuntal reading and Edible Woman. I am just illustrating. So I hope you have understood what three types of plagiarism are. These are absolutely unethical, that is, using other people's ideas as your own. Many have written their own things, but some have not. This may be due to lack of knowledge, so some do not. So please acknowledge your sources, otherwise we all may be in trouble, because now the latest UGC circular on plagiarism also includes UG and PG things. It's not only research paper, it is not only PhD, postdoc, etc. So follow the mechanics of writing, that is double spacing throughout, then leaving inches, 1 inch on every side, then do not give the do not give the numerical thing, just write the sources alphabetically. No need to do primary and secondary source, that is dated concept. In MLA you write things serially, alphabetically. And then most importantly avoid plagiarism. And then the last important point, very very important in our context, please do not make grammatical mistakes, because it is thought to be a work of excellence and you are not giving things impromptu. When we speak impromptu, even we sometimes make slips. It's not only in English, in our native tongues also. It's the nature of speech. But when you write down something, that too not in exam hall, but you are given time to do it at home and all, it is understood that you have enough resources, enough time to write and revise. So it is better to write a 5 pages assignment which is spick and span, flawless, then making a bundle of 12 or 13 pages with all errors, plagiarism, etc. There will be, in a way, there could be negative marking for that. So these are a few things I wanted to tell you. And then another thing, if possible, is use books as references. Do not use internet sources. It is my particular preference, internet articles, etc. Because if you read MLA, the final mantra that MLA gives is follow your supervisor or instructor. For me, online there are very good articles accessible from good journals like Kunapipi, Critical Quarterly, or Wasafiri, MFS. These things we regard as authentic, not Cliff's Notes, Cole Notes, etc. These are actually disgraceful e-notes for writing assignments. So you use books. These days, in fact, there is no excuse. 80 to 90% of the books which have been published at least up to 10 years back are available in PDF format online. So if you just search a little, preferably use books. And even if you don't use books, if you use this kind of articles, internet articles, please do not use Cole's Notes, Cliff Notes, Great Saver. These are for school children abroad, basically. Yes, for understanding, you may take help. We are not in America. We are in, you know, in a very kind of non-metropolitan situation. So it is understood. Sometimes understanding may be easier after understanding may be helped by reading this. So you read them, those notes, to make you understand the thing at stake. But when you write a research paper or assignment, do not quote them. This is really really shocking actually. So I hope now you will remember. I have put it on record. It is an advantage of YouTube. So that's why I am now coming on YouTube frequently. Here I have come after a long time because I had to do grading and all in between. So I think with this, you can check this again and again, and remember, especially in my assignment, some of these things will be applicable to all, but about the particular style sheet and all, teachers may have their other preferences, so please talk to them. But so far as my assignments are concerned, please follow whatever I have said. And even if I told in class earlier, I told repeatedly in different semesters, yes, you may have forgotten, you may not have taken note. That is very important, note taking and note making for research also and class teaching also. You have to take notes in class and then make notes out of that. Okay, sometimes you take notes but at home you forget. Ideally there should be a khata, separate khata for every subject or every teacher anyway. So these things have skipped the notice of many. That's why I don't find them reflected in the assignments. And yes, another last request, this particularly applies to particular student, others are have done it comfortably. Please give it as a single file. Whether you take cam scanner or whatever, do not send photos of 10 to 15 pages haphazardly. Please try to make it one file. That makes it so much easier. And thank you very much. I think with this you can write very sophisticated and developed kinds of assignments. This is in continuation of a lecture on research I gave today, research methodology, under the auspices of Uma Mahavidyalaya in Pandharpur, Maharashtra. They have found this lacunae in students at later stage, so they have tried to instill this kind of practices from even BA days, which is a good practice. So wish you all the best. Be just a little mindful. Whatever I have said, this is not nothing tough. Just a little awareness and a kind of dedication. It can be done. Thank you very much. Wish you all the best.